Try this again. August energy. Now let's try this again. It's so weird. It's not working. Hmm. I wonder what's going on with that. All right. Totally get rid of Instagram and try again. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. My Instagram is not working. Live. Hmm. I don't think Mercury's in retrograde either, which is interesting. Okay, just gonna do that. And that's not working either. Hey guys. Hi Nicole. Hi Tiffany. Okay. So this morning we will be doing some card pulls. I'm trying to get live on Instagram and it is not letting me do it. It's really weird and kind of a problem. I don't know what to do. Okay, now it's going, I think. All right. We're back here. And I don't have a title. What's happening this morning? Ah, okay. Sorry, guys. I mean, it's not my fault, but it's totally Instagram being so incredibly weird. I've been trying to go live for like 3 minutes. All right. Happy birthday, Tony. Happy birthday. Hey, everybody. Hi, Valerie. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Jen and Jennifer and Crystal and all the people. And I can see you guys over here. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Jennifer. Hey, Megan. Hey, Denise. Hey, Crystal. Are any of you people on you? Are you any of you on YouTube watching through the app? I don't think you could be texting if you are. Thank you. I got these. I got these recently. Whew. Okay. Well, after that little kerfuffle, I need to take a few sips of my coffee. Wow, Instagram was being really mean for like 3.5 full minutes. Ugh, it's better. So, how is everybody this morning? How you feeling? How was your weekend? Here in central Pennsylvania, we had some pretty nice weather on Saturday. It was like the most gorgeous non-humid sunny day, and we had rain yesterday, which actually I really enjoyed too. Hey Lisa. Hey Rachel. Crystal's watching me on YouTube on TV and chatting with me on Instagram. All right. Okay. I kind of love that. Yeah, the weather was so perfect on Saturday. Good morning. Hey Valerie. Oh, the message was retracted. Okay, but I saw it anyway. Hello, hello, hello. All right. I'm feeling a little better now. I think we can do this. One last thing to do before we get started on this update. Some fire. Little for you, little for you. Good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome. Welcome to August. Welcome to what is definitely going to be a wild week. I'm ready to tap in. Are you guys ready to go? Let's do this. Okay. So we've already talked about Leo season quite a bit because we were also incredibly ready for Leo season after that Cancer season. But moving on, right? We have other things to talk about. This weekend, I forget which day it was. Saturday? I don't know. One of the days of the weekend, there was a pretty massive energetic shift that happened, and we've been getting hit. Like if you've been watching the Schumann resonance, which measures the Earth's energetic output, it's been going kind of wild. If you monitor earthquake activity, I know my buddy Jen has apps for all that and keeps me updated. You will have noticed that there's been a lot of earthquaking. Now, the earth does have like little earthquakes all the time. That's not unusual at all, but they've been much more intense. And so here's what I'm feeling about that. So we've been talking for months, probably a couple years, I don't know, but it seems like this year especially about how the earth itself is responding and waking up. And that is why the Schumann resonance is really, kind of going nuts right now because the earth itself is raising her vibration. And if you're new here, I'm just going to tell you about this really quickly. New to me anyway, not to Earth. Oh, maybe to Earth too. Um, Ascension, at its most simple essence, is simply vibration raising to a new set point, which means that it goes up and stays up. It doesn't drop back down to a set point. Things spike all the time, but a spike by nature means it goes up and then it comes back down to where it normally is, where it's comfortable being. The earth is changing her vibrational set point, and that is ascension. Ascension takes us from this set point to another set point, sometimes faster than our bodies want to do it, which is why we get ascension symptoms, which are just physical manifestations of what it feels like for our bodies to undergo massive energetic blasts. Okay, so that's simplifying it, but it is it's what's going on. So as this continues to increase at exponential rates, we're already really used to ascension now. Like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but yes, we still get symptoms in some ways, absolutely, especially in the belly lately. It's been kind of intense with that. But have you noticed that generally speaking, you have normalized into a way of processing these upgrades a much easier than you did, let's say, last year at this time? And that is because your set point has risen. So that means you're in a higher vibration than you were before. As your vibration reaches higher set points, you're able to handle the incoming energies better. But then, of course, what keeps happening as soon as we reach another set point and normalize that, we get blasted with even heavier ones. So it's a good time with that. But that's because we are seriously in a place of rapid ascension, rapid movement, and rapid change. And August is seriously like that power up ramp again into big things. And the way that I'm feeling about August, let's break August up into sectors, okay? Because I love organization. Why am I doing this? Whatever. We're gonna roll with it. Let's break it up into sectors. Four of them, quarters, if you will. This is going to be the first week of August. It's from 1 to 7, 1 to 8. We're going to include Lionsgate and the new moon as sector 1. In sector 1, here's what you need to know. I'm going to try to be more organized about how I express this to you guys. So let me know how you feel. Sector 1, really focusing on your body and how you are treating your body. This is incredibly important because even if you are not very aware of it, we have a lot of programming that tells us that our bodies are things we don't listen to, that they are unintelligent meat suits that need to be whipped into shape and kind of bent to our higher will. We have to adjust that, adjust the nuances for ourselves because this week we need to square shit away with our human body. And it sounds kind of wild to say it like this, you need to get it done this week. Um, but it's what I'm saying. And I don't know. See how that hits for you, like if that makes sense. But that means in this week, really, really focus on listening to your body. Because what a lot of us have done over the course of our entire lives, which is not our fault because this is programming and society, we have taught ourselves to ignore what our bodies are saying. Our bodies are constantly communicating with us. That's their function, and we have been ignoring them. When your body has a pain, you need to listen to what your body is saying to you. What's happening? What is it trying to tell you? If your body is feeling tense, what's going on around you? If you're trying to make a decision and you don't know what to do, run that through your body. And as you start to trust yourself and trust your body more, and your body starts to have a better relationship with you, then that is going to progress into something even bigger because we have something happening. Um, we have something happening in a different sector that is going to be it's going to be predicated upon how you can really merge back with your body this week. So, even further simplifying this, what can you do this week to love on your body and foster trust with your body? How can you treat it like a gift and not like a burden? For a lot of us, like especially women, we have incredibly intense, negative programmed feelings about what our bodies should look like and shouldn't look like. And that's a lot. But this week, can we kind of put the a lot aside for just a second and treat ourselves kindly? What can you do for yourself, for your body this week? Is it mindful movement? Is it drinking more water? Is it resting when your body says it's tired, even though you think you need to not, right? How do you foster that relationship? There's a reason for this, but this week, this one right here, that's one of your main things. Now, the other main thing is touching base on your full moon energies. So if you've been magicking with us in Inner Sanctum, touch base on what you were feeling during our full moon ceremony and revisit your dirt. Put some energy into your dirt. Really focus in on that because as we move into this new moon in Leo during Lionsgate, we are bringing that energy through as well and receiving new energy to supercharge everything. So we're touching back on the full moon. The full moon, I think, is officially full on the 9th. Lionsgate is on the 8th. It's ish, right? I'm bad with dates, but I know Lionsgate is the 8th, obviously. Um, but this week, body. And if you're a person who likes to write things down, you can tap into your body and just kind of free write if you want to. Like kind of sit down and say, like, what does my body want to tell to me? And we're going to do an exercise. We're going to do many exercises actually on that during our event on Saturday because I have 2 hours with you and we're doing it in a yoga studio. So we're actually going to move during this new moon ritual. Um, yeah, I'm talking about the last full moon, touching base on your last full moon. This is going to be a new moon coming up. So this Saturday when we get together, we're really going to be in our bodies, moving our bodies and seating. with that movement and making room for a lot of things to come. So I'm excited to have 2 hours to do that with you. Reminder, guys, it is streaming too. It's not just in person. So if you want to join us, that's first quarter. So body and touching base on your full moon stuff. Okay. Second sector, will begin on Monday, and it begins with the new moon. It'll begin with the new moon. Will be another completely different energy. And this energy is going to be a quiet week. But it's not things are happening, but it's going to feel energetically more flatlined. And then it feels like the third week, the third section of August is going to ramp up dramatically. So if you were to kind of look at this in like a picture sort of scenario, this week is like, then it flatlines, drops down, and then it's going to spike really high again. And when it spikes in week 3 of August, it's not going to come down for a while, like until December. So that means in that week 3, the week of that we have the new moon, is that what I said? The week after the nope, week 2 is the flat line, and then week 3 is the spike. I'm sorry. So the week that Monday we have the new moon, and then we flatline. And then the week after that, it's gonna spike up and it's gonna stay up. So I'm gonna try to remember that. You guys try to remember too, but it's not coming back down. So we're really gathering all of our energy now and integrating and implementing everything we've been working on. And you guys have been doing pretty amazing with this, like quite honestly. Like everybody's been bringing it and feeling it. And I've heard from so many of you that like this has been the past like 2 weeks or so, or a week and a half, you have really felt aligned with the timelines you're in. You've really felt the shifts and the changes in a positive way. Keep going. Do not stop. When you feel that resistance or fear starting to come in because you're doing brand new things and you are making different decisions that open up totally new pathways to you, that means keep going. It doesn't mean stop. Surround yourself with other people who can also remind you to keep going. Have your team close to you that can say, yeah, I'm a little scared too, but you're going to hold the high note. I'm going to hold the high note. We're going to keep going because we do not need to backtrack now. In fact, there's really nothing to backtrack to. And, that can be annoying sometimes too. But this is so random, but on my Facebook yesterday, a video from 2 years ago popped up. And I was saying in that, doing the work, making all this was May of 2019, like you wish you could just stop and go back because it's too much. And I listened to that. It was like a 6-minute update. And I said, wow, I didn't even know like what was about to happen. Like when I think about my life post May 2019, holy moly. But it's a similar feeling, right? Like it's so much changes, so much moves, and it can feel really overwhelming. And like you just wish you could just curl up in a safe place that you understand, even if it's not the best place for you. Seriously, keep going. Now, there's no backtracking at this point, and you are making all of the moves. You are calling in the people. You are doing the things. Keep building, keep moving, and stay in touch with your body. Okay. I'm going to shift over to card pulling. We're going to do sensory card pulls for August for you guys. You can set your own intention for these messages. If you feel like you would like an overall theme for yourself of August, that's fine. Or if you just want to know something for today or for this week, that's fine too. Like whatever you want to do. And I'm also going to pull I have the Rumi deck with me as well, just to kind of get more of a collective situation. Got my stuff on the floor. So we'll do that as well. Okay. All right, so if you have never done sensory card pulls with me before, it's super easy. I'm going to give you three things to choose from. You pick the one that resonates most with you this morning, and then I will be doing three different draws based on those. A lot of people like to pick two. It's totally allowed. And I'll remind you as I'm reading whatever comes through in the cards, um, whatever resonates with you, that can be yours too. Okay? So we're gonna do that. I will remind you, yes, you can absolutely pick two. I will remind you guys, current Inner Sanctum members, to check your email and please just move over to the Inner Sanctum platform. You just have to register. I can't do that for you. We still have like half of you guys that need to move over to the new platform so that we can make sure everybody's getting notifications and all of that stuff. So do me a solid and do that as soon as you can. You have it in your email. All right. Today, kind of boring, but I'm feeling colors again. Okay. Nope. Fabrics. They're fabrics. Okay. Are you ready? Brown paper bag. It's not a fabric. Brown paper bag. Raw silk. And linen. Brown paper bag, raw silk, linen. Which texture are you feeling today? Pop it in the comments. Tell me what you're choosing, and I'll start shuffling. We've got a silk and a linen. Another silk and a linen. Brown paper bag. This is super random today. Brown paper bag. There's a great song by Fiona Apple called Paper Bag. You should go look that up if you don't know it already. Mm. I've got a lot of linens today. Oh gosh, thank you, Jean. All right, what do I feel? Brown, obviously I feel like I feel like brown paper bag and linen today. Thank you, Jean. I always forget to pick for myself. All right, so if you're just joining us, we are about to do sensory card pulls. You are choosing from three textures: brown paper bag, raw silk, or linen. Which one are you feeling most resonant with? Just go ahead and drop it in the comments, and then you'll be getting a message. This message is whatever you want it to be, so maybe hold that intention now as I'm shuffling. It can be a message for the week, for a situation, for the whole month of August, whatever you want. Just hold that intention. Again, you're choosing from brown paper bag, raw silk, and linen. All right. And for today, we're doing this one, Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, and we will also be doing probably one of these other cards. I don't know which one yet. Okay, let's see. This is going to be your brown paper bag message. Okay. I feel like that came out recently as well. So we're doing Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, and we're doing a card from the Avalon deck. Okay, so this is brown paper bag. Okay, so if you chose brown paper bag, this message is for you. Our first card is Sisters of the Season, number 17. Sisters of the Season. Our second card is the Serpent, number 23. Should be an interesting story. Let's see what it is. First, we're going to hit this book and see what Sisters of the Season has to say. That's weird. My book was open to it already. Okie dokie. Are you ready? When the Sisters of the Seasons meets you on your path, they remind you that everything has a natural rhythm that obeys a higher law. Just as the seasons magically pass, be reminded that the nature of birth, growth, harvest, and decay cannot be altered. So if you keep on your path with determination and discernment, allowing for the natural course of events to unfold, success is assured. Mm. Divine appropriate timing is guiding your desires into perfect manifest form. This is a very good period to start new things as you've moved out of winter into the beginning of spring. Continue with patience and be aware of the rhythms of your opportunities. There will be periods when things slow down and begin anew, move into fruition, and then slow down again in a never ending natural flow. Be mindful of which sister greets you, for she points directly at the next. Every moment counts now. It's interesting because I actually did want to talk to you about the seasons this morning. And so if you did choose brown paper bag, but also if you're just here listening to me, a quick reminder that if you are a lady, especially, you are a cyclical being with 4 distinct cycles within 1 month. You have so many different energies to connect with at different points in the month. And the ebb and flow is a very real characteristic of how we live our lives. So if you are constantly wanting to be on like a 24/7 go, 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 and you are a woman, you will need to flow a little. You'll need to ebb and flow. You'll need to kind of tune in with that because you exhaust yourself, right? There's only so long you can go with that kind of a pace. But just like everything else, you move through those phases. I have a good question here that we've definitely talked about plenty. Um, Jaded is asking, but what about women in menopause? You can align yourself with the moon cycles. So, for example, if you would like to align yourself with the new moon or the full moon, depending, I would pay attention to which moon you feel more exhausted by. So for me, that's the new moon, right? I usually bleed on the new moon. So the first day of your period would be the first day of your inner winter. That would be the winter. So if you are no longer menstruating and you want to connect with either moon cycle, choose one. And the first day of that full moon or new moon will be your winter or your summer, right? So it's one or the other. So which one do you feel most like peppy, which is more inward for you? And then you can kind of test that out with the rhythms and see what works. Somebody really good to follow is Britta Hamilton. You can find her on TikTok and on Instagram. She has some amazing information about following the cycles and the different seasons. But this is a big reminder about that. It's not all go, 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 guys. We have to be mindful because the earth itself is cyclical. We're moving out of linear and into cyclical. Okay, so sorry, getting really off track, but that's brown paper bag was this card, and then also the serpent. And this is about knowledge and healing. So during this time, depending on what you've asked for this particular card for yourself, this is going to be a time when you are receiving a lot of knowledge, probably ancient knowledge, stuff that you have inside of you. It's not book learning. This is a knowing. So allow that to come to you. You're immersed in that energy right now. And that is brown paper bag. Okay. Next up, we have raw silk. Raw silk. I've been extra verbose lately on here. It's already been 30 minutes. Are you bored? No, not during card pulls. Okay. Raw silk. All right. Are you ready, raw silk people? It's the River Queen. 36. And it's the wealth card, 34. All right, let's see what your message is. Now, the River Queen says flow, letting go, and natural movement. I mean, are we going to be hit over the head with this message or what? I'm telling you what. Okay. The River Queen flows into your life as an ally, to remind you about the concept of allowing the law of non attachment. Remember that all rivers come from the mountains and run to the sea to be absorbed by the larger body of water. There, the liquid evaporates into clouds that rain on the mountains and continue an endless cycle of fluidity. The River Queen requires you to be fluid and let go of rigidity and perfectionism. You will travel far as long as you let go and let flow, even maneuvering around the greatest blockages like water streams around big boulders. No obstacle can hold you back now if you're willing to surrender to the natural flow of events. Be easy on yourself and others and watch how smoothly you move forward. You may be surprised where the river takes you. Right into your abundance, babies. This is a very clear message. If you picked raw silk, this is a very clear message. Stop trying to control everything. Let it come to you. That's all I have to say about that. It's very clear. Okay, and last but not least, it's linen. Let's see what linen has to say. It's yummy. Be great if my phone didn't keep doing that. Oh, you're welcome. Crystal, did you pick raw silk? That was a good message. I wish I had picked it. Well, I pulled it. I can have all of them, right? All right. Okay. I am about to read you linen, but I'm just taking a quick survey. How many of you who picked linen have a Libra placement in one of their big three? So your sun, your moon, or your rising. How many of you have Libra placements who picked linen? I'm just curious. Just drop it in the comments. Tell me if you have them. Okay, Bex has a Libra placement. Oh boy. Oh shit. This is gonna be so funny. How did I know, you guys? You're gonna see in a second. You're gonna see in a second. Oh man. All right. Okay. So, Keeper of the Scales, number 38. Earth Fairy, number 27. So listen, you Libras. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I probably do have something to say to you, but let's first read this. Okay. Number 38. Let me first read this, and then I will give you my lecture. The law of harmony is enacted when the Keeper of the Scales comes to you as an ally. Align with her, as the law states, making conscious choices that create balance in your life. When you do, you also magically align with the abundance of the universe and the powerful forces of synchronicity. This creates conditions and possibilities that lead to the fulfillment of your highest intentions. Harmony begins with the self and then resonates outward to others. You're in harmony with yourself when you nurture yourself with love, respect, and acceptance, always fully taking responsibility for your actions. Only then can you be in harmony with others. This is because love is a central force that connects all of life and aligns you with like-minded others. Another message is restoration and the positive, fair resolution in all disputes, including those involving the legal system or other important exchanges. The Keeper of the Scales is a just and kind ally, always making sure balance is activated on your path. Okay. Now listen. You also got this card. You know how we just talked about your body? This is those of you who chose linen. That message about your body this week is not fucking around. This is doubling down. You need to focus on your body this week. I don't know what that means for you specifically, but if you just ask your body, I bet it will tell you, focus, okay? But we're going to get back to this. All of you guys who picked linen and have Libra placements, I want to say something that I say to every single person who comes to me for a reading who has any Libra placements. If it's not fair to you, it doesn't get to be fair. You are always part of the equation, even when you take yourself out of it. So if you're making decisions with this massive, beautiful, magnanimous energy to make it fair for everybody, but you're taking yourself out of the equation, it's not fair for anybody because it's not fair for everybody. You are included, you're part of the everybody. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you have been making choices so that you don't rock the boats, don't hurt feelings, or more importantly, don't put yourself in uncomfortable positions where you have to clearly state your position, it's time to stop with that. You need to be very clear about who you are. Being fair doesn't mean being something here and something over there so that other people feel like you are aligned with them. Being fair means being honest about what you are actually aligned with so people can make their own decisions based off of your authenticity and alignment. Okay? So, if it's not fair for you, it's not fair for everybody. You have got to put yourself back in the equation. Okay? Um, Libra energy wants beauty and harmony and justice. And that is an amazing quality. But in its unhealed version, it's that two-faced situation where you're with one person and you're acting a certain way, and you're with another person and you're acting a different way because you don't want to disappoint anybody. But who are you disappointing then? Everyone, because nothing is real. So this week, if you pick the keeper of the scales, really tap into that for yourself. Are you being honest about what you need and what you want? Okay, so there you go. And now I have one last thing. I'm sorry that I'm going so incredibly long, but this is the way that it is going. Where did I put my? Oh, there it is. We have to pull a quick Rumi card, and then this is going to conclude. It's going to conclude our session this morning. Now, I just want to, as I'm shuffling, this is for August energy. As I'm shuffling, I just want to let you guys know that I personally am heading into my autumn, and then I'll be in winter for new moon. I will not be, unless something changes with my energy, opening up for private readings this week and possibly not next week, but we'll see. So if you've been waiting on that, just hold on a second. We're still in the middle of massive app launching stuff. So it's just going to take a second. But I invite all of you to join us either live in person or live streaming for the new moon and Lionsgate celebration on Saturday. You can find that information out on my website, on any of the links you find in my profile, and join us. It's going to be a good time. We can do some magic together. All right. And the app is coming. The web version is already up and running. We ironed out a few kinks. And again, if you are an Inner Sanctum member right now and you have not migrated over, please go register. All right, friends, this is going to be your August Rumi card. Just some energy for this week of August. For Sector 1. So we'll do another one on Monday for Sector 2. Sector. It's a weird word I'm using. Oh, there it is. Okay, you're going to like this one. It's been a while since this one came up. It's number 37. Sacred Soul Sister. There is a valid point of view that we travel this path of our life journey alone. Our deepest descents into the psyche happen alone. We meet death alone and come into the world alone. And yet, there is a vaster perspective that we are never alone, that it would be impossible to really be alone. We are connected to all of life, and there is no such thing as being alone in reality, only in limited and temporary perception. As if such community were not enough, there is a partner, an ally who journeys with you from birth to death and beyond again and again. You have a sacred sister, a sister of your soul. She weaves the stories of truth through dreams and insights that come upon you as if from nowhere. Perhaps they drop into your mind or seem to erupt from within you, but that is her talking to you, demanding or reassuring, depending on what the occasion best calls for at the moment. Your sacred soul sister is your partner in consciousness. Make no mistake, she is you. She is just the part of you so great you cannot always see her from your conscious mind. It is sort of like the eye of the dog trying to see its whole self, which is a bit tricky, for as it moves to see its rear, so the rear is moved along too. So rather than through direct perception, the sacred soul sister is met through reflection. She can be received in those moments of rest where great ideas are born. She is a genius, you see, vastly creative and inspired. Her worlds are those we access in sleep and meditation, or absorbing engagement in activity, where the mind can relax and drop into realities far more vast than those of daily life and be replenished. To tap into her wisdom, to distill a teaching from the fragmented memory of a dream, or a subtle feeling experienced in meditation, requires that you walk with her gait and not the fast paced, forward moving canter of your conscious and intellectual mind. Her gait is meandering and apparently unstudied. Yet, she is in deep concentration to feel for truth of movement, to allow for what is emerging to express itself through her, and she is listening rather than demanding to know, to force, to speak, and to direct. To receive her genius and benefit most fully from it requires a willingness to surrender logic. She has come to you through this oracle to remind you that everything is all right, that she has your back, no matter what appearances may seem to be to your more limited dog's eye consciousness in the light of day. She is guiding you with her wider knowledge through circumstances and situations that are ultimately going to free you into a greater love than you have ever known. No matter whether you feel like a rat in a maze or a bewildered drunk stumbling through labyrinthine back hallways, trying to find your way home again. No matter how out of control life may seem, she's letting you know all is proceeding just as it should, and that her will shall manifest. This oracle comes with particular guidance also. You know something deep in your bones without knowing how or why, or without particular reason. You just know. It doesn't make sense, but you know. It may be joy that you know. It may be that you know to avoid a certain situation. It may be that something is going to work out beautifully despite appearances to the contrary at a particular moment. It may be that you are meant to take a certain path. You just know. This oracle comes as confirmation that your knowing, mysterious as it is your sacred soul sister talking through you. Trust it and act, or not, accordingly. I will post Sacred Soul Sister and her vast pages on my IG stories. And if you are already in the app, I will be putting that on the feed so you can read it. There's a lot of words. I hope you all have an amazing Monday. I hope you take care of your body this week and give it lots of love. I hope to see you on Saturday and do magic with you guys. I'll be back on Wednesday morning with more of this, more card pulls and touching base on all of the body stuff. Was there anything else I wanted to tell you? I don't think so. I don't think so. I feel like that's it for today. I love you guys. Have a great Monday. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Goodbye. Ending here. Ending here.